Don't come to the club and start talking about what we've done in the past. Talk about what you haven't done anything.
He's won a trophy this season.
I said this season. You ain't got a trophy.
This is like... Welcome back to another episode of Podcast Pundits, and I'll be your host with the most, and it's not even close, and I go by the name of Strives, or you can call me Striver, and I represent the Premier League champions. Even rocking the Premier League winning strip, you know that one there? Yeah. And if it's international duty, I represent England and I represent Nigeria. You'll be glad to know I'm not here rambling by myself. I'm joined by my fellow podcast pundit.
Yo, it's your boy Joey Nomadic, aka Liverpool's #1 supporter, rocking fresh garms. Come on. Got the new club for the new season. This t-shirt's a bit too big and it's a bit too thick, but still, we prevail. Anyway, you know, pre-season's been a bit of hit and miss for us so far, but we're here to talk ball, so let's get it.
Yeah, I hear that, man. Pre-season started off strong for us, Arsenal, as well, man, but it's starting to get a little bit interesting. But yeah, I feel you there, Joey. But listeners and viewers, it's not just the two of us. Darko's not with us. Darko's been very consistent recently. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know where he's getting his money, but he's on yet another holiday. I don't know where Tottenham's getting their money from. I don't know where Darko's getting their money from. Yeah, but don't worry, man. We got a decent replacement. Obviously, Dennis Strada's not here as well. He'll probably be back with us maybe next week or so. But again, we got a decent replacement, man. We ain't seen this guy probably a whole year ago, like right about this time last season. He actually, we've had him in the studio. We've had him in this studio, but that episode didn't get released, man. There's still murmurs in the background. Should we release the episode? Because it was a very interesting intervention. But
No, you had him though. You remember he joined via satellite?
oh, she. Hey, that's a big clue, man.
He could have come and accepted the award.
It don't count.
You know when them man can't, they're not, sorry, I can't be here to get my award.
Yeah. Like, listen, man, the boy, he flew all the way from Dubai himself. I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Yes, it's Cuff, man. I'm back, man. But yeah, I'm happy to be here. One thing I do want to say, though, is anyone that tells you that their team's #1 fan is a red flag. A big red flag. So I'm just going to start off by saying that.
Liverpool's #1 fan.
Red flag.
And Dutch champion and hashtag United, bro.
But yes, man. Happy to be here, man. There's a lot to catch up on. I think I was here this time last year.
Last year you said you were also Liverpool's #1 fan. So was it a red flag back then? If you watched the episode, yeah,
It's on wax. It's on wax.
Well, okay, all right. This is how we're starting.
They say in a group, they say that I'm Arsenal's #1 supporter, innit?
Yeah, this way we'll get there. But
because I keep it real. I keep it real, bro.
Question, Joey, how come everyone that comes on the podcast hasn't been there bonnet with you, man?
I'm telling you.
I keep it real, bro.
I'm telling you, bro.
I'm the last of a dying breed.
I'm telling you, man.
real.
Boy, shout out Ty. If he was here, boy, it would have been a bomber. But yeah, man, happy to be here again. This time last year, I was here feeling probably about the same about my club.
Oh wow.
So yeah, man. But new manager, same feeling really.
Jeez. Okay, man, I can't wait to unpack that, to be fair. But before we do, I'm going to do a little bit of housekeeping. You can find us on all digital streaming platforms. Just search Podcast Pundits. We're on Amazon, Google, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're on more. So all digital streaming platforms. You'll recognise the logo. If you see the logo behind Coffee Shop, find us there, Podcast Pundits. And on social media, we are on Instagram, Podcast Pundits _. On TikTok, we're just Podcast Pundits. On X, formerly known as Twitter, just Podcast Pundits. No, actually, on X, formerly known as Twitter, Podcast Pundits _. And on Facebook, we're Podcast Pundits. Anyway, the handles will be on the left or on the right of me as I'm saying them. And please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Help us grow. We rock with you in the comments as well. So yeah, man. Onto the pod, man. I want to start off with Marcus Rashford, boys.
Okay.
Because you know what? Obviously, we ain't had Marley Marl as regularly as we used to. Drayman, we don't see him too often. So we don't really get that much Manchester United representation.
When their man ain't here, who is it? Who else is our United representation?
You know what? Mitch has held it down a few times as well. But yeah, man, I've had some listeners say, yo, man, like Manchester United ain't getting enough love on the pod.
Man, scared, isn't it?
But I'm seeing now that Marcus Rashford is looking to be reintegrated back into the team. He's been given a number 14 shirt. Well, first off, if you as a player that's been out on loan for 2 years, because I don't think Rashford's played for United since, was it Ruben Amorim 2024?
1.5 maybe.
Yeah.
He's been out of the club 1.5, but he hasn't played for just over that.
24, 25.
Yeah. And so then you're on loan. You've gone to, what is it? Was it Villa, and then gone to Barca. Successful loan stints as well. Yeah.
Won the league. So.
Yeah, won the league. Yeah, and you come back and your number's gone. So, I mean, as a player, you're 1 foot out the door already when your number's gone as well. And any captions or any kind of social media presence that he has, put forth, he kind of doesn't really thank Manchester United or show them much adoration, whereas he might show some love to the clubs that he's been loaned to. Is that fair to say? So I'm just thinking, like, as a player, what's your mindset gonna be coming back into that environment, or are you even coming back into that environment? You get what I mean? Because it's a new dawn now. Michael Carrick is at the helm. Could this be a fresh start, or if you're a Manchester United fan, or even obviously we're not United fans, but is it time to just close the door on it, let it go? It's going to be the same story no matter what happens.
Cuffs play the highest level in this room, so I'll let you answer that one.
I mean, you're not part of the furniture no more, and you have to earn your right to be back in the club. So I mean, he's gone 1.5 years. He had a semi-successful stint at Barcelona. Won the league.
Yep.
He scored 8 league goals in 32 games, mostly off the bench.
Yeah.
Seemed to like it there.
Yeah.
Every interview I've seen from him speaking about Barcelona is only positive. I think he did want to stay. Reports saying that he wanted to stay. So him going back to United, does he really want to be there? Is a question.
Yeah.
And if he does, then he knows that he's gonna have to fight for his place. But I think he's in a good space right now because he come off the back of a World Cup.
Yeah.
Done all right in the World Cup.
Yeah.
And then again, good stint at Barcelona. So I think his stock hasn't really dropped as much as it should.
But it's just I think as a Manchester United fan, I think the question might be, how comes you don't seem to put in the yards? You don't do your 10, 12 kilometres on the pitch when you're playing for us. But then when you go out on loan, he seems to be, he's doing the hard yards. He's working hard. You don't get a negative press report about him.
He's had a fresh start. So we don't know yet. We don't know what Rashford we're going to get. Like, the man obviously has some level of ability.
Yeah.
But we don't know what Rashford we're going to get yet until we see maybe like the first 5 or 6 games. He might be refreshed. He might think, you know what? I don't want this to happen again. This is my boyhood club. I've been there since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I don't want this. I don't want to be, go down the Sancho route. And so he might be refreshed and he might come out thinking, I'm going to really push for it. I'm going to really cement my place again. And how much is he on? 350?
300, over 300.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think it's about 350. I think.
He's you see when people get divorced, and then they start go gym, get a new body. Yeah. Attitude changes, bro. But why? If you did that before, then
exactly
your marriage would still be going very strong. Innit?
Yeah.
So I think that's the case when he goes to Barcelona, Aston Villa. It's like, you know what? This is a second lease on life. I want to show everybody what I'm capable of doing. You can technically count this as that for Man United because he got 1 year left on his contract.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, to be fair.
Yeah, it's either 1 or 2 years left on his contract. Just go there and play. You ain't got nothing to lose. You're getting paid. Personally, I think you should be moving for the sake of your career because you've stacked enough bread in it.
Yeah,
He should leave.
I think if he can leave, he should leave and go to a club where I'll be honest. I think
but clubs aren't really lining up though, which is
They're not.
which
Wages.
is probably the telltale sign for like if I was
Wages.
Marcus Rashford, yeah,
wages.
it is
You're not going to
wages.
get bang for your buck for. It's not guaranteed you're going to get bang for your buck.
yeah.
There's a chance you can,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's guaranteed.
Because Manchester United, like whether we think they've like become like rubbed out in recent years, they are definitely still one of the biggest clubs in the world, let alone in England. And a man like Marcus Rashford would be vying for moves to the biggest clubs in the world. You get what I mean? Or you know what I mean? So
You play for two though, bro. You play for two now. You've given a good account of yourself at one for a whole year. You've given an okay, maybe a bit underwhelming at Man United.
but the thing is,
Now you can go and play
why
football.
is no one coming in for him? Do you get what I
Wages.
mean?
I think wages.
Yeah, 100%
Yeah.
is wages, bro, man. 100%. If
yeah.
he was on 175k, I think team Spurs will be banging on the door. I think
100%.
even Arsenal would be trying to get him in as well.
Yeah. So I think I suppose what I'm alluding to is you're already at one of the biggest clubs in the world. So I suppose I do support your statement in the sense that get your head down, pause, and make a good go of it because actually everything that you might be looking for outside of the club might be here. Like your blessing might be right in front of you.
Yeah, 100%.
You get what I mean? And yeah, like you said, you know what? I know a lot of Arsenal fans would disagree, but I would take Marcus Rashford. You know?
But when you say they'll disagree, what would be the basis of that?
I don't know. I think what plagues a lot of Arsenal fans is when we shop on the reduced
former clubs.
the
TK Maxx.
reduced exactly TK Maxx
Yeah.
reduced discount aisle, and we're always trying to do a restoration project. So I think Marcus Rashford would present as one of those projects.
Have you got a problem with that?
I do sometimes,
Depending on the player.
depending on the player and definitely depending on the club. Like
What about you, Cuff?
If we took him,
Yeah, no, just shopping in the TK Maxx for. You know, sometimes people fight in Stone Island in TK Maxx.
yeah. I mean, has it ever worked for us? We bought Joe Cole off Chelsea. Didn't we?
Ox. Was
Did Ox work?
He worked for one season, didn't it? I guess, and then he done his knee in.
But the thing with Ox wasn't in a place where he was on a decline. We took he could have stayed at Arsenal and done what he done.
Yeah.
But he wasn't like
Yeah.
trying to restore his career. Like he was still quite.
True,
He was just
true.
Ox. But with Rashford, it's like and Sterling as well.
Yeah.
Players like that where
Like AK,
where they're kind of frozen
Havertz.
out.
Havertz,
Yeah.
Kepa.
The list goes on. Willian.
Yeah.
When they're kind of like frozen out their club and they're trying to make restart their career. Me personally, nah, I don't really like it, to be fair. Speaking to a lot of Man United fans, I've got a lot of them in my group chat, and they're hating it. To be fair, they don't
want Rashford back
at all.
Yeah,
At
because
all.
I'm getting that feeling as well. But I think Rashford, he's got the quality. Now, it's a bit of a poison chalice in the sense that every manager will see a player with quality and be like, I can be the guy to get him back to his heyday. Yeah. But then they run the risk of, okay, what if he has a great season and then do we go into that cycle where, all right, we give him a bumper contract or, you know what I mean? And then he down tools again.
But
You know what I mean? Or does he take the mindset of, all right, you know what? I have a great season and get clubs coming back in for me because he needs to look in the mirror and be like, I'm Marcus Rashford. I was once touted to be Mbappe, like your Jude Bellingham's, but he was meant to be in that kind of conversation. And now he ain't even getting big clubs looking at him. He's had Gordon take his chain at Barcelona. Like Barcelona could have taken him for 30 million and they said no. Do you know what I mean? So that's got to be a bit of a slap in the face, irrespective of how good you are, how good of a World Cup you might have had. It's time to knuckle down and show the world that you're decent. And I saw a little stints with him at the World Cup that made me think, I can't see why he can't come into an Arsenal team, especially where I think our left wing could do with a little bit of bolstering and be an improvement.
You're
to
gonna
our
get abused for this.
I mean,
They're gonna clip this.
But is he better than Martinelli though?
That's the big question, and I think he is.
I think he is.
I think
And
he is.
I think, I mean, obviously, apart from, what's that guy that said that Martinelli's better than Vinicius?
Who said that?
that TalkSport?
No, the main guy, the Arsenal.
What, Robbie?
Yeah,
what, recently?
No, long time ago.
I remember that.
It was
It's
Mbappe.
Mbappe, yeah.
But back then, though, Martinelli was on fire, man.
Yeah, I told you it was a purple patch. I told you, bro.
It was on fire.
But I can't see what the issue would be, man. But I get it. I don't know if he's better than Cunha. If Cunha is even going to start on the left, I don't know if he's better than him.
What is the issue with Rashford though? Like, what is the main thing?
Motivation, bro. I think it's
Consistency.
I think professionalism is what people. Even
But
though
what is he doing? That's not.
yeah, he doesn't have an issue. I think it's the fact that when people like Simon Jordan or TalkSport are talking about him, it's like, can the club manage him going through all of those things? And then all of a sudden, it goes from people talking about his performances to him not being on the pitch and him not being available.
Yeah.
And that's a problem. Like, even though it's not Man United causing it, it's Man United that has to deal with the
Yeah.
all out from all of that.
He doesn't strike me as someone like he's not in the papers. Like he doesn't have any negative press. He's not doing
Bro,
stupid.
they put him in, like, he was just be in a game in New York, like everybody else is on holiday and he's got girls. Why you got girls in, bro? That's the problem. I know why, because I got girls as well. I lost them on holiday. But I'm like, why you got girls in when you know the press don't like you? That's what Man United.
I hear it, but then it's not something that you look at negatively. He's not like doing stupidness outside.
Okay, another example would be like, for Man United are playing terribly. And he's doing luxury stuff where he's not pressing, and the whole, we know what the problem with the team is. And then Amorim is saying, like, I can't fit you into my team. But also Maino'o is getting the same treatment, but for some reason it's making Rashford want to leave the club, but then Maino'o wants to try and get his teams back. I don't know.
So the question I asked then, because we can all agree here that Amorim was a stinky manager, yeah?
Right, he's doing the same thing at AC Milan now. They've lost all three.
It's funny. I've never seen AC Milan fans pop up on my feed on X until Ruben Amorim became manager. After Chelsea spanked them, man. Hey, he's getting cooked.
So then, could we say that it could be down to the manager and the management style? Because if he came back into this, the question is, if he was playing for Carrick last season, would we have seen a different Rashford in this more free-flowing, expansive Manchester United that was playing?
I suppose this is the question that's about to be answered, and I personally think he does stand a bit of a chance with Carrick, but I think it depends on how Carrick approaches the situation. I think Carrick does need to.
They played together, right?
Possibly.
I think they overlapped.
Maybe they caught each other.
But he's definitely worked with him at the club, and I think this is a great opportunity for Carrick to have a sidebar conversation with Rashford and say, listen.
I think it's happened already.
Yeah.
100%.
But because, and not because he wants him there or not because he wants him to leave, but because the higher ups will say to him, there's a chance that we're not going to be able to get rid of him. Are you prepared to build with him? And I think Carrick will say, 100%.
And to be honest, you either get rid of him and maybe sell him to a rival, because, like, let's say he becomes available on loan, I can really imagine Arsenal putting in a cheeky loan offer for him. And
they won't accept a loan. Man United, they want to sell. So I think his only options are currently, if it's not somebody like Spurs or something, it's Turkey or Saudi.
Yeah. And then I think if you're presented with Spurs, Turkey or Saudi, much disrespect to Spurs, then I think you stay at Manchester United.
Nah, you go Spurs, bro, man.
Nah, man.
I think you go Spurs.
You go Spurs, bro, man. And the season where they've only got one game a week, bro, and they're screaming
Manchester United are back in the Champions League.
Yeah, but
they're back. They're in a bit of a resurgence.
Bad blood.
I don't know.
I think this is his last chance, though.
I agree. It's his last chance, and I would bet on myself.
But
if I'm Rashford,
you don't
I'm
think
betting
Man
on
United's moved on from Marcus Rashford?
If the fans have.
I think
fans
they have
for sure. But then the fans are fickle.
Fans are fickle. All it takes is for Rashford to
score one goal.
I think there's
one goal, bro. I promise you, one goal.
Nah, more than that.
One goal, bro.
Because one goal, you could take one goal for them
on how the goal is.
But then it could take one stinky performance for them to go back.
If he scores a banger, he's back.
A banger that wins the game, especially against one of the rivals.
Nah, not even very just hole is good enough.
Jeez, man. But speaking off camera, you man said something about Maino'o, that one of the fans was saying that Maino'o might be in trouble.
I've heard it from like 3 or 4 different fans. I said it in the group list where Marley was trying to say it's me making up stuff.
Okay.
Because he thinks I've got agenda against Maino'o. But basically, they're talking about the team now in the middle or consisting of Tielemans, Andre Santos, and Bruno, where these guys each have a specialism, they specialise in something.
Yeah.
Where does Maino'o fit into that team? It might be difficult for him to get back into that team.
And I did ask this question on one of the episodes. I'm pretty certain, like, I asked this question, or maybe it was even one of my group chats, that are Manchester United planning for future with Maino'o when they're making such signings, such as your Santos and your Tielemans and stuff. But then I was told Santos was meant to be like a backup player. Obviously, Tielemans is Tielemans. That Maino'o, like, these players are there to support and surround Maino'o and just, make Manchester United competitive as opposed to replacing.
So here's the thing, though, because speaking to a few Man United fans, they want another midfielder. So they're crying out for, like, they're saying Baleba, Manu Kone was another name. So if they do get the other midfielder, it could get even more long for Maino'o, because that Santos is playing well in pre-season, Tielemans is playing well in pre-season. If they get another midfielder, then...
Has Maino'o reported back for work at Man United?
He should have.
Bro, you should have been there from the first game.
This guy's still vexed from the World Cup, bro.
Bro.
He's still seething, bro.
No. The only thing Maino'o did in the World Cup was play 2 touch with Eze, bro. That guy should be at work.
Yeah, bro.
But anyway, man. Moving on.
No, sorry, just quickly on that. But because Tielemans, obviously, he's a box-to-box, but he's a deep line playmaker as well. This guy can break lines from deep. Andre Santos is a deep line, is a box-to-box as well, who has a bit of destructive, so he can break up play. Obviously, Bruno's Bruno. What do you think? What would you say is Maino's? If you're his agent, what are you selling him as his special? Like, maybe he's a ball carrier, but he's a side to sider.
Ball carrier. He is a bit techie with it. He's got passes.
He's got a shot on him.
But like I said,
if you're selling him to Mikel Arteta, what would be the strong points that you think will get him into the team?
This guy was our player, right? Because but the name's evaded me. Who did we have? Lukonga, bruv. Remember, I used to say I didn't think he was better than Lukonga. So I don't think you can sell him to Arteta. I don't think he would. I don't think he does much for us.
What about you, Koff?
For Liverpool?
Yeah, if you were to sell him to Araujo, you're his agent.
I think he's very similar to Gravenberch.
Yeah.
Very similar to Gravenberch. Even down to their weaknesses, their positioning, reading the game off the ball. I think they're very similar in that sense as well. I don't think that you can trust them defensively.
So you would have him as a... What position would you play in? Because you'll have Grav as an 8, right?
I have Grav as an 8, box to box.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying.
Would you have Maino'o as an 8 box to box?
Yeah.
I don't think I would have him as an 8 box to box.
What would you have him as?
An 8, but not. I don't want him crossing the halfway line.
What do you do with a Maino'o though? Because you guys do need another midfielder.
No, we need a 6.
But you need a 6. Yeah.
Someone that sits.
I like Maino'o going forwards. I don't like him fixing his own goal.
Okay.
Same.
All right. And then in regards to, like, the 6 that you need, thinking about what's potentially available. Like I think I've said it in the past. I like Wharton, innit? Could you see like a Wharton in your team, or do you think you should have gone for like the Elliot Andersons that was available?
We need a French-speaking African. We need a French-speaking African. That's what we need, innit, bro? Like, as much as I like Adam Wharton, and I think he's good at getting the ball forward. He's not a ball carrier. He's a good passer, set boy off the thing from deep. Yeah. We don't have that in our team. We've got loads of ball carriers. Soboslai's a ball carrier. Gravenberch is a ball carrier. Yeah. Even Alexis McAllister, to a lesser extent, is a ball carrier.
And so McAllister is probably, for me,
the full guy.
I think he's, because it's weird, like in the World Cup, all of a sudden, he had his legs again. Like, I'm seeing work
not even that well. But his legs stank as well.
I don't think he did, bro.
I don't know.
What game was it?
I didn't support Argentina, but I supported Messi. And he seemed like he had his legs underneath him, whereas I can't say that I saw that for Liverpool.
To be fair, was it the Cape Verde, when they were playing Cape Verde? Bro, there was one game he was getting done in midfield, bro. And I was like, same old McAllister. I think...
He did take a second to warm up into the tournament, though, but yeah.
He did, but again, I'm seeing the same... He's not got the athleticism that we need. I like McAllister as a footballer, but I've always liked, and I've said this to you as well, I've always liked him in a 10, bro. when he was playing under Klopp,
Yeah.
was his best season.
Right.
And his best moments he had was in and around the box. Like,
Yeah.
he's very good in the box. His movement in the box, he gets onto a lot of balls. And
Yeah.
So I like him in and around that area. I don't like him deep because he's not good enough. He's not a specialist. He's not a passing specialist. He's not a deep line playmaker.
Yeah.
He doesn't really pass through the lines. But he's not trying to be that player. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's not his game.
There was there's an Italian, I can't remember who said it, but I think it was maybe about Pirlo. But these guys, when you put them on a football pitch, they look horrible in terms of moving around. But if you put them on a pinhead, they're the best players in the world, innit? So somebody like McAllister should be playing in a specialised zone. Even at
100%.
Brighton, like you're saying, number 10. At Brighton, he was really good in that close to the box. So, but if you put them on a bigger pitch where they have to cover a bigger area, they don't look that good.
And
McAllister's so sick at picking up space in tight zones.
Yep.
Like he's a space merchant, man.
But you got a couple players like that though, because you could argue obviously Szoboszlai was used differently, but I would say he's that kind of player as well.
No, not for me.
So going on to, I don't want to.
And then obviously you Verts as well.
I don't want to lose track of of Wharton.
Yeah.
You said you didn't like him.
No. So I like him as a player, but we just needed a bit more destruction in our team than creativity, in my opinion. But yeah.
To answer your question with Wharton, I would only take Wharton unless we had a destroyer next to him, and I think he would be good in that sense because he can pass through the lines. Wasn't he like the highest stats in terms of like pressure passing? Something like that. Some pass, but he can pass through the lines. He's probably better suited at that than McAllister. So
be like a good deep line playmaker.
Yeah. So I would take Wharton, but I wouldn't have Wharton as the last man in midfield.
No.
He needs to have protection.
Yeah.
Even if it's just Jefferson Lerma, bro.
Anyone, bro. I'll take anyone at this point, man. Any DM that could just free up our attack.
Talk to me, man, because you're sounding very despondent, and I can't lie. I'm happy hearing you sound like this, but because for those that follow us personally, they know that me and Cuff, we have this thing where we get at each other's teams.
Before you do that, quick one. Were you happy this time last season?
This time last season...
Oh, you were. You was doing this, remember?
I know, but no, I don't... I think that was closer to the end of the season.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I remember I was fuming last season because...
You done that at the beginning of the season. I remember when you signed him, you did it.
But we signed him kind of late, though.
Yeah. Okay.
So around this time, I was kind of fuming because I wasn't sure about Arteta. That's when we got the Madueke deal done really quickly, and I didn't understand why we're getting that deal done so quickly, but there's pressing areas that needed addressing. So I felt like I was where you man were, but I did, for some reason, I always backed us to finish above Liverpool.
Yeah, I'll put you up there as well. But no, I was only asking to see if there's a pattern when you're happy, it doesn't go too well.
Oh, okay.
But me and Cuff was both pissed last season, so they went bad.
You know what? No, I think for me is like when I'm listening to like Cuff and he sounds so despondent. It's like, what I want to get to the bottom of, and I know that there's going to be Liverpool fans listening, and even just the wider football fans listening. Are we at a point, where you guys have to just forget about competing right now? And are we at a rebuild job? And is it difficult for you, man, to accept it?
I'll let you answer.
Yeah, or are we at a point where Liverpool are still the most decorated club in England? They're not rubbed out because you've still got Verts that I personally don't think he had the greatest debut season because of the hype attached, the money that was that you paid for him, etc. But he is still a quality player. We all know that.
Yeah.
You got Isak that was injured. The way Areola is playing, he's profiled them right. The way he's got them linking up in the 10 and the 10 and the 9.
I think they played 90 minutes together.
It looks. Areola looks like he's got that. He's got it right, in my opinion. Yeah. Why can't you guys be a team that competes still? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But then at the same time, why does it feel like you guys are a project that just forget about winning anything now? Just get stable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, good question. I think essentially it's on paper, we're not where we should be. If we do anything this season, we'll be doing it despite what's happening off the field.
Okay.
So do you know what I mean? Like, we'll be doing it because we've got a manager who's exceeding expectations. We'll be doing it because we've got good players. But technically, by what's happening in our preparation for the league, we should not be doing anything good this season.
What is happening? What's the matter with the preparation?
In terms of what?
That's a question. What is happening? Like,
Yeah.
what
Nothing's happening really and truly. Like, are
you talking about transfers?
I'm talking about transfers and just backing the manager and giving him, seeing what happened last season and doing the appropriate actions to remedy those situations. I don't see that. And another, like, our best centre back this pre-season is unavailable to play for us, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand it, innit? So it's a hot mess, innit? And then any other club in this situation will be getting ridiculed.
Facts.
Yeah. And I think to add to that, I don't know if you were talking about VVD or not.
No, I'm talking about Ifeanyi Ndukwe. He's unavailable to play, bro. This he's been
until January.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And but apparently, if he, depending on what club he goes to, if he's on loan to a club in a decent league, then he gets enough points to get a work permit in the UK. But right now, we're fielding illegal immigrants on our team, bruv. You know, we've got Mexicans.
The defence is obviously a very pressing and concerning area of the team.
But at the same time, I'm a bit different from everyone else because I do genuinely believe we have the ingredients to have a good season with what we have.
Wait, before you say
problems.
That, what's a good season in your eyes?
A good defence, like a defence that's not leaking goals and challenging for trophies.
Challenging or winning trophies? What's a good season to you?
I think challenging for trophies, a convincing challenge for trophies, because you don't win a trophy every season. Though you would.
What trophies though?
I only talk about Champions League and Premier League, bro. If I'm going to be,
you think we can mount a realistic challenge for the Premier League and the Champions League?
Not on paper, but in terms of the quality players that we have, in terms of our attack. Like,
the names.
We have
the names.
Verts and Isak. But no, I'm saying not even the names. In terms of what Verts and Isak are capable of doing.
Okay.
But in terms of on paper, the names we have, like, for example, there's Liverpool fans who are hoping that Victor Munoz is a world beater, bro.
Boy.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
When you're hoping somebody you randomly grab from, like, this is it's not even Luis Garcia levels, bruv.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So like, if people are praying that this guy's a world beater, that's the kind of situation we're in right now.
There's a lot of hope and praying, man.
Exactly.
Word to Movado, man. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a tough one, but then in the same breath, like I said, you've got somebody like strives to start opening this up by saying like Florian Wirtz didn't have the best of seasons last season. I think he had a good season. Remember, my expectation for him was like 10 GNA, I think it was.
I think you got to reapply what the context was. You just won the Premier League.
No, not really, bro. Because
go on.
Because you've just won the Premier League, and then on top of that, of the high of life, Arne Slot's next season, having just won it debut. Yes, there were some positions that you probably should have and could have addressed, but you've then brought in the Florian Wirtz. He was like the most talked about, most hyped up player in the Bundesliga. You brought in Isak, who was probably after Haaland the best Premier League striker. Most people were even alluding to saying that Isak was better than Haaland.
He was, 100%.
Yeah. So you brought in those two. You brought in Frimpong, although Trent had gone, I know, but you brought in Frimpong to, like, you was bolstering up your team, so to speak. Like you're
trying.
But I don't think we was, though.
Yeah.
I think we was. You said we would come off the back of winning the Premier League, and I've said this from the beginning, and it's so frustrating because this is what I beef a lot of Liverpool fans over. We strengthened, but we stripped the core of our team. Like we lost Jota. I said this last season as well. We lost Jota. Nothing we could do about that, right?
Nothing we could do about that one.
Fair.
No, you can still replace him, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, but
we could have done something.
No,
I know what you mean.
No, we could.
But we didn't even do that.
But it did happen. It happened sudden. I could.
Ekitike and Isak. And you still got Capo. Are you saying that
we sold Nunez?
But we sold. All right. So there's certain players that let's just say we had the Premier League winning team,
yeah.
With all those players, there's certain areas that we still needed to address,
yeah.
So would you say that we needed a striker anyway?
Yeah.
At that point, we needed a striker anyway. At that point,
you lost Diaz.
We still needed a number 6 at that point.
Yeah.
We needed another
We
defender.
needed number 6 since Fabinho, bro.
There you go. So we was crying for another defender at that point. So this is before we've even sold anyone.
Yeah.
So we needed about 3 or 4 positions. Obviously, we lost Trent. We tried to replace him with a wing back, not even a certified right back specialist, a wing back that could possibly play right back.
Sorry, just in Trent. In losing Trent, we didn't only lose Trent. We lost our build-up play.
Fact.
You lost
So we lost our identity as how we build up play. So we have to create a whole new identity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And in losing Trent as well, you lost that ability to, even if you were under the cosh, that you could literally one diag ball and you can turn the game on its head.
Which was our identity as a club.
Yeah.
Like, is people Trent is one of the best passers I've ever seen in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Like, hands down. Like, so losing that from a right back position was a big dent to us because he was very important in a lot of goals, especially the build up. Salah will tell you that as well. Because so we lost Trent, we lost Darwin, and most of all we lost Diaz.
Yeah.
3 big players. We replaced them with a striker.
Yeah.
Isak.
Top striker though.
Top striker.
Yeah.
Would you say that we needed a number 10 before anything anyway?
I've maintained we needed a number 10 since Coutinho left.
So then there you go. So we got the number 10.
That's what
inverts.
Yeah.
We got the striker. Let's say that was Isak. We
What
sold
about Ekitike though? Like, where does he come into this? Because he was a quality addition as well. He had a great season for us.
Striker, bro.
He's a striker though.
Bro. So we got 2 strikers in when we needed everything else.
We got 2 strikers in,
Yeah.
and then
I didn't mind that as long as you're buying everything else.
yeah, we already needed a defender.
Yeah.
The
Gueye deal obviously collapsed, but you were trying to get that.
Yeah.
Nah, they waited till the last day, then they tried to lowball, bro.
It's crazy. And then so that I don't blame Gueye for doing what he did. And then so we was already short in certain positions anyway. And then
you have to understand though, Cuff, as much as you're saying this, and I can vouch that you and Joey had your doubts, you guys were still high off life. You won the Premier League, and the majority of Liverpool fans were already planning the next parade with the transfers that you made. Hence why I start off by saying the context behind me saying Wirtz didn't have a great season was with the lead up and the anticipation of what was meant to come. I don't think we got that from Wirtz.
I'll ask you a question. Do you think if Wirtz coming to Liverpool, do you actually think that he believed it was going to be anything like this in terms of the players that we tried to sign or the players that we've got in or got out? Do you think that he's come with this thought where he was linked with Real Madrid, he was linked with Man City, and he could have went Bayern, could have been winning trophies? Do you think that he's come to Liverpool thinking, right, this is going to be a dogfight? Or do you think he's come to Liverpool thinking, right, like they're the Premier League champions, they're going to build on top of what they already have, so they're going to be signing players here, there, and everywhere?
But some would argue that you were doing that though, and if he would also argue that because he might belong to the camp that believes you were doing that.
But we weren't because we lost players, so we weren't doing that. Because
you lost players that you didn't want. Most Liverpool fans didn't want Núñez.
No. All right. But, all right.
Diaz, I think he's quality, but I can't remember most Liverpool fans pining for him until you don't know what you've got until it's gone.
No. There's a couple people that didn't want him.
I'll be honest. I was very critical of Diaz. And listen, I don't mind selling players. Yeah. All I'm about is replace them with another player or player like for like or someone that's better. I don't mind players leaving my club, but you have to. I need to see that you're trying to replace them. Obviously, Salah leaving, some people wanted to keep him there. I'm just like, all right, cool. Salah's going. Who we getting?
Yeah. And I've been saying that for a long time.
You know I mean, that's a big one for this season because although Salah had the season he had last year and he wasn't that great, you now go into a season knowing you don't have that crutch.
But Stravs, I've been saying for a hot minute, if you're gonna sell Salah, sell him.
Yeah.
Like, rip off the Band-Aid because at some point, him and VVD, them men are gonna leave and you're gonna have to go through the same process.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You had the season where he could have gone to Saudi and for 150 million or whatever, and then a 2-year contract, and then you had 2 years to find somebody to replace him.
Exactly.
Now it's 1 year. He's left early, and we're in this situation that we shouldn't have been in the first place. Maybe they tried their arse off to get Yan Diomande, but is he even the guy, bruv?
There you go.
I wasn't convinced that he is the guy, bro. But yeah, like just regarding Wirtz though, I can't be mad at Verts, bro, because this guy was creating chances last season.
There you go.
I'm not saying be mad at him. I'm just saying in terms of the season that one might have expected of him, I can't say that he lived up to those heights. For me, anyway, as a rival fan, and I think
but then he didn't live up to the GNA hype, though, but in terms of chance created and him playing in the game, the only thing I was disappointed in him is how he strikes the ball, bro.
I was going to say,
I don't think he's got that dog in him. I don't think he's got that dog in him.
And I've heard you say that in the past.
But in terms of how he plays football, bro, apart from when the ball gets robbed off of him, other than that, in terms of how he moves with the ball, how he drives, how he picks up space, how he dribbles through players, bro, I don't have any issues. That's why I have no complaints. I'm not worried about him.
Like the players around him, they're all quite. I think they don't compliment his game at all.
None of them running behind.
I don't think they were trying to last season, which was a problem at Liverpool. I think that
maybe for slot,
especially Salah. Like, I don't think he ever tried to like bring him in. Like
there you go.
When he was playing football, it almost felt like it's us and them.
100%. And even when I watched the training videos, it kind of felt like there was these man on this side and there was their man over there. And then obviously I was cussing Salah when he was coming out and doing all those things because that was just further exacerbating the problem, bro. Because I knew that Salah was a problem. When you're coming and you're saying, well, when people come to this club, they should be doing the football that Jurgen Klopp was doing. Big man, Jurgen Klopp's not there and you're not going to be here. So how are you talking about what the club should be doing? You should be talking about where you're going next season, bro.
I mean, has he got a club yet?
It's Trabzonspor. With Darwin Núñez as well, bro.
I think another big problem that we're going to have is the Dominic, the Zobo, and
I think it's another problem, bro.
Yeah. I think we're going to have a problem with that.
Trying to give us a cold, bro, with that thing, bro. It's gone from being too hot in here to it's like a freaking Arctic.
Bro, you think my leg is dying, bro?
You might need to up the temperature. It's on 16 degrees, so it's put it to like 20 or something.
This guy, man.
I didn't turn this on. Anyway, no, but yeah, another thing, I don't know, I've been watching pre-season, and I think Dominic Szoboszlai might be getting too big for his britches, right?
Yeah, I've been feeling that for a while, man. And the problem with Dominic Szoboszlai, like, he's a technician, his tech is crazy. But there's certain, I feel like he thinks he's better than he is. And that's not to say that he's a quality player,
Yeah.
He can strike a ball well. I don't think he's a great passer with the ball. I don't think he's even got a very good football IQ.
Vision,
but he backs his ability so much that it's so frustrating at times because we all know Dominic can shoot, right?
Yeah.
He's got a shot on him. But then because he knows he can shoot, he tries to shoot from silly angles or there's times where he could try and do a cute through ball or play other players in and he goes to shoot and sometimes the defender's right there and it just bounces off the defender like your boy Gakpo.
And it goes far, bro.
Yeah.
No, but with Szoboszlai, it goes far, bro.
Yeah.
So the other team will have a counter-attack. It's a player, bro.
Yeah, bro. So I think that
I leave Gakpo out.
Don't let me start on Gakpo, bro. We'll be here all day, bro. But I think
if Spurs took him, you'd be happy?
No, because we're not going to find a replacement. And that's the only reason I'd keep Gakpo there for squad purposes, strength and depth.
Fair enough.
But that's my problem with Wirtz, though. Bro, like, you've come for 100 million, yeah? Bro, act like £100 million player.
That's money.
Like, that's not even like, that's nothing to do with your ability.
Yeah.
Bro, come in there and say, I'm the highest paid player here.
Bro.
I'm a $100 million player. Give me the ball.
Yeah.
Do you know I was so frustrated, There was a time, and obviously Szoboszlai's good at free kicks, but I think Germany, he just scored a free kick for Germany, and we played a game the following week, and there was a free kick there, and he was like floating around the ball, like, you've been in them situations where you're like, oh, let me take it.
Yeah. I was coming for a centre back to ask.
Took the ball, bro. But Szoboszlai just took the ball, bro, and I was like, bro, I need some. I don't want to.
I think even we were saying in the World Cup, I think Havertz was taking the penalty, bro. I'm like,
this is what I'm saying.
Like, Havertz is 70 mil, bro. You're 160 mil.
Yeah, man.
Put some rank, bro. You're the star boy for Germany.
That's what I want to see some.
I don't care if Havertz is on penalties, bro. Do like what Madueke? Look at Madueke's confidence.
100%.
Yeah.
I want to see a bit of
but
like.
Madueke's had to dial that in, like.
Bro, let Vert style it in.
Yeah, okay. You just
show
want to see it. Yeah.
bro,
Fair enough.
back yourself, bro, man.
Just back yourself. Have a bit
Remember
of
I was saying about
personality.
Thingy being his emotional support dog, bro. Frimpong.
Frimpong.
Yeah, man. Like that's my problem with him. It's like, bro, you will not survive here. Like Liverpool, you need to show grit. Like you need to be that player. Take things by the scruff of the neck. You've got the ability. So you've done the hard part is gone. Like you've got the ability. You don't need to work on that. You need to work on the mental side of things. You need to act like, listen, Salah's gone now anyway. So if that was the big man, I'm the big man now. I want to see that.
Is he? Has he?
I feel like Zoboslai's trying it, bro.
Soboslai's trying to be.
And rightfully so, because obviously he's banging worldies in it. So what can you do now that's gonna trump worldies? Yeah. Because that's what we need to see.
That's the annoying thing about Zoboslai though. He'll stink the place out here and for like a couple games, or he'll stink the place out for
Yeah, go on.
He'll stink the place out for a few games, but then one game he'll bang a worldie, bro. And it's just like, rah, these type of things will get forgotten. He runs a lot. He puts a lot of he's got a lot of work rate, and that's why
Verts runs a lot as well, bro. He covers a lot of ground, man.
He's too quiet, man.
Yeah.
I need some. You know what? Yeah,
bro. He needs like a yellow flag on his head when he's running, bro. Because he does a lot of. He goes about his business very quietly, bro.
Who, Verts?
Yeah, man. It's like kind of like N'Golo Kante, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, bro. Wouldn't be surprised if he drives to work in a Mini as well, bro.
Yeah, bro.
But I think though, in Vert's defense, though, when you are a player of that technical ability and with that amount of like pizzazz, that class, you are expecting. You'd be forgiven for expecting the team to be built around you. So really and truly, I've arrived. You know what I bring. Why have you brought me here?
Demand it though.
Yeah.
I want to see ego, bro. You know Nana, yeah. The goalkeeper.
Yeah,
The first game he played, do you remember?
You really tried to make an example.
He went up there and tried to stick it on Maguire. Like,
what, you like
some of that?
Yeah,
bro.
Your first day of prison, you smash a tray on someone's head, man.
Yeah, bro. Start. Yeah, I mean, tell you when you go to the dining table. Take your seat, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
So what you say? So when Araujo reports for duty,
that's what he's got.
That's what you want to see.
I want to see ego, bro. I want to see a bit of ego from Verts because he has the ability to have that ego.
Yeah.
We look at players like Bruno. He's got ego. Like you can love him or you can hate him.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? But one thing about him, even through the hard, like he's got ego. Like
you talking about the real Bruno? Or you talking about Bruno Fernandes?
Bruno G.
Oh, the real Bruno.
I was talking about Bruno Fernandes.
The fake one. Okay,
I'm not even gonna compliment Bruno.
But I think one thing about Areola, I think he's identified that Florian Wirtz is the guy to play through the team.
Yeah.
So I think I know he's good at improving players. So I'm hoping that he can get his arm around Florian Wirtz and gas him up to be that guy. I don't know what he did to get Semenyo to turn into the Semenyo that we know today, man. So hopefully he can do that as well, man.
There's a Liverpool training video circulating. I'm not sure. Is that Wirtz? And people are like using it for different players. Where he's dribbling through, like it's like a bird's eye view, yeah.
Okay.
But it's so far away you can't really work out who's doing it. But he's dribbling through like 5 players, and like it's trending on Twitter.
Send it to me, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. It's trending on Twitter, and people are saying it's Dalman. People are saying it's real. People are saying it's different players, bro. But I think it's worse. But,
fair dues. What you man saying then? All right, cool. So obviously you guys are.
Oh, right. What is this? The big event, yeah?
No, I mean I don't know if it's the big event, but look, obviously you guys have. Is it a panic buy? Or is it a masterstroke that you guys have brought in?
I think we got opposing views on this. So
Araujo. Am I saying his name right?
Araujo.
Yeah.
Araujo. Okay, cool.
Right. Yeah.
Cool. So that's what's happening here. Like because some Liverpool fans are up in arms. Some get it.
Well, Barcelona being my second team, like I watch them quite often, almost as much as I watch Liverpool, and I know Araujo very well.
Yeah.
So. About a few seasons ago, he was looking like that guy. One of the best defenders in the world.
He was captain as well, right?
He was captain as well. Couldn't really put a foot wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I don't know what happened, but it just started going downhill and he started making catastrophic mistakes to a point where like he was the reason they're getting kicked out of tournaments.
Okay.
And that love for him. I actually saw the love for him turn to hate. They used to love him out there because they used to compare him to, you know, when they do the Real Madrid comparison. He was the name.
Now it's be Araujo and
so I liked him then. And yeah, it just kind of capitulated. But to his defense, it could be down to a system change where it doesn't suit him because Barcelona, they play an aggressive high line. Hansi Flick, he plays an aggressive high line, right? Where I don't think that really suits his game, running back and defending. Maybe he needs to be defend a bit deeper, but he was making Konate-esque errors. So the hope is that he took a sabbatical or something like that, and
mental health leave.
He went to your Mossad country.
No way.
Yeah, you went there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, go research it, bro. You went there.
That means he's going to be balling there.
That's the average criticism.
That means he's going to be balling, bro.
He went to your people, them country.
He went to serve the idea.
Man. To serve. Yeah, man. So that's one criticism that people are saying as well.
Okay.
But so there's
still a crisis though at the back, and I feel like Andoni Iraola has alluded to it, even when he was speaking to Liverpool
what's
fans,
the crisis
Liverpool
from
TV.
Your outside of the club, what's the crisis? How do you view this crisis?
So obviously you guys have got Leone, who that's recovering from the ACL. Yeah, Gomez is injured.
Forever.
I think VVD is a man that I've said, like, you need to be looking to replace even from last season because he's getting on. Obviously,
and bearing in mind he played every game last season.
Obviously you guys have got rid of Konate. I think that's why I think the Araujo deal is. If I'm saying it right, is is positive in the sense that it gives you.
It's positive?
I think just because it gives you it gives
numbers.
You some exactly. It gives you some options, but outside of that, I think you do still, like, your first team is decent, but God forbid something happens, which it always does in the Premier League. Squad depth is really the trick behind winning it, and I can attest to that supporting Arsenal. I don't think it's because we had like the best of everything in the league. I just think we had enough depth.
You had the best PGMOL officials. That's what you had.
I don't know
anyway,
that you can say that.
That's another conversation.
PGMOL was the reason why we haven't done it back to back to back to back. You know what I mean? We're only just getting our Prem titles. So I don't know if I can agree with you there, but I'll let you have that opinion.
Huh? Yeah, they gave you a turn,
bro.
What's that? What?
So it's Arsenal's turn.
Yeah.
What? So is that? What is it going to?
You tell me.
Is it going to be Arsenal's turn again?
Nah, hopefully not. But
I think you need depth, innit? I think you need depth, and I think that's why I call it a crisis defensively, because what's your defense? What is your back line, and what are your options?
I think the ideal back line starting Newcastle first game of the season from Iraola's perspective would be Kirkes, VVD, Jeremy Jacquet and Conor Bradley.
Jacquet? Why Jacquet?
I think that's who they signed. They signed him to start. That's who Liverpool signed to start.
To start
for our team, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
I'm not
that's
sure about that.
Yeah.
Personally, yeah.
But so it'll be Jacquet and then Conor Bradley.
Who would yours be if you're not sure?
No, this is not mine.
This is what you.
This is what I believe that they invested money in to start on the day. Obviously, Konate is gone. If Konate was still there, it would have been him.
Yeah.
But I think Jacquet is a Konate replacement.
Okay.
I don't think he is. I think that's a cop out. Not from you. I'm saying that for them to say that Jacquet is a Konate replacement, I think that's just to distract us from the fact that they're not doing anything in the transfer market, because Jacquet is what, 19?
No, I think he's. Oh, he
19,
might be.
20? He's really young.
Yeah,
so
might be.
that's still, for me, that's we're buying potential. Leone's the same age as him. We're buying potential. Like, these players have featured in their league, and they've done all right in their league, but they're still players. There's still young players, young good players with potential.
21.
We don't. Oh, he's 21.
21. Yeah.
Jacquet.
Yeah.
So then, like, he's not made an appearance for France. He's not a France international. So we don't know how good he's going to be. So for them to say that they're signing him to work alongside Van Dijk is to just, for me, that's just a distraction when there's players.
So I don't think they signed him to work. I think they signed him to eventually replace Konate, but Konate deal didn't go through. So now, starting on the day, I think he's going to be. He's
that's
next
what I'm
to
saying.
9.
That's buying potential then, because if you're saying that he's not ready right now, then because when we was buying Gay, he was ready. He was going to be ready.
Yeah, but
right
remember,
now.
we bought Konate and then he came straight into the team and he was 21.
Konate.
Yeah, because remember,
Konate
Matic was
playing
injured.
Yeah, but Konate by
He was
then
playing for
was
RB
capped.
Leipzig, yeah.
He was playing Champions League football. He played against
He went
Liverpool.
capped, but he was playing for Leipzig in the Champions League.
He was playing Champions League football.
So my point is, I don't think if you believe in a player's ability, regardless of whether they're experienced in the league, I don't think that's the be all and end all. I think you can still have desires for that player to come in and start playing football and hit the ground running. And if they don't, then you have Joe Gomez who can maybe cover, or you have Giovanni Leone who
But
can.
I think it's more of a hopeful that I think it's more of a like we're buying this player and hopefully he can.
Of course.
As
But
opposed
that's the same
to-
for Luis Diaz though, and everyone else we bought, bro.
No,
Like,
because
we hope that Luis Diaz will hit the ground running, and we got him in January, and he did.
yeah, but when we're buying players like Luis Diaz, we bought him at what 24, 25. So when we're buying him. We're buying him different to how we're buying Jackie. When we're buying Jackie, it's like we're not saying that he's going to come straight into the team. It's still a hopeful as opposed to buying someone because of his age, experience and stuff. And he's in a position where you get punished for your mistakes a lot more than a player like Luis Diaz.
Yeah. But I think if you look at how Arsenal have brought Saliba into the starting lineup.
I was just about to say his name. Yeah.
So I think there's especially with French defenders, there seems to be a desire to get these guys playing as soon as they show promise. Even the one at Man United.
Euro, but that's my point. So cool. So we can use Saliba, we can use Lenny Euro. Yeah. Mm-hmm. When Arsenal bought Saliba, he didn't come straight into the team. He went on loan
a few times. Yeah, but he got loan. I don't think he got loaned back. But I think Arsenal would have taken him as soon as possible, though, if they could have.
Why didn't they?
Because I think Saint Etienne didn't want to let him go without him being loaned back.
But wasn't he loaned twice?
Yeah, he was, because then he went to, I think, was it Marseille?
Yeah, he got loaned. He got loaned out.
Sure about that?
Yeah, he did.
No, because COVID, and then he didn't want to. He wanted to finish
because a lot of Arsenal, in fact, actually, we were quite annoyed that we weren't playing Saliba. Like, it was like, because we realised we had like a Rolls Royce, especially when we saw games against, like we saw him against Mbappe in the French. So
he went to Nice and Marseille.
Yeah. So
yeah. So he got loaned to three different clubs.
Fair enough.
So he's a very good example, right? So someone like Saliba, who maybe they didn't think he was ready at that point, so they loaned him out. As opposed to someone like Lenny Euro, who came in and they threw him in straight away, and he didn't quite.
No, he didn't.
He didn't quite.
He was meant to be.
Saliba was like 18 though at the time when you lot signed him.
I mean, what couple? Yeah, I hear it.
3 years of first team football is a big difference. Even Lenny Euro is younger, but I do believe Jeremy Jacquet was signed for that. But I was only saying that to say the thing is that they bought Giovanni Leone, and I think obviously he wasn't supposed to start last season, but I think they were hoping he would start this season. And obviously you got the ACL injury. So I feel like Marley was talking about it the other day, and he was like, what, Endo's playing centre-back against Monaco. What's going on at Liverpool? And my thing is, so what do you want them to do? Do you want them to have 16 centre-backs for that? At some point, you're going to have to bring somebody. And the one thing I was hearing all season about us signing CB is they want somebody with a big physical profile for the Premier League, and they wanted somebody who can play on the right back as well. And that's exactly what Araujo is.
Okay. So, all right. So let me ask you guys this, yeah? So you lot finished 5th last year?
Yeah.
With the way you're poised and you're poised to set up this season, where are you finishing this year? If you were going to predict it?
I struggle to answer that question, man. I couldn't tell you because, like I was saying, on paper it looks horrible, but I still have some kind of hope that the manager will be able to produce something with some of the players who are elite. So I'm expecting magic to happen.
All right, so let me push you for this now. I hear you. So I'm gonna push you for
I'm
at
gonna
least
say fifth. I'm gonna say that nothing changes, bro.
All right, so if I said do your Premier League predictions of what you've seen so far, you think Liverpool's are 5th? Do you think?
I think Liverpool will play good in the first half of every game and then lose in the second half.
Okay.
Based on what I've seen, because I feel like we're capable of playing good football, but I don't know if we've got the legs to play it consistently.
All right. So, and have you seen anything to suggest that you can give me Premier League predictions? Is it still a bit?
No, because I haven't even seen the centre back. I believe he was brought to start for us. I haven't even seen him play. He hasn't touched the ball, bro.
Yeah.
So I can't even say, bro. Like, I ain't seen Giovanni. I saw Giovanni Leone play 20 minutes, and he looked good as well. To be fair, but I do have high hopes for the defenders that we have, and then obviously we've got this young kid who's looking better than Virgil van Dijk, bruv. He's looking better than Virgil, taller than Virgil as well, man, 17 and all that, yeah. Like, we've got these guys here who can play football. Same time, we've got Curtis Jones. I don't even know what's going on. I think he was injured for the last game, but we've still got bare like reserve guys who we know aren't going to play for us, but they're still in and about. Then I've not heard any links for them for going out on loan. I have no idea what the opening squad is going to look like on match day 1.
Yeah, what about you, Cuff? Talk to me, man.
As things stand, like I said before, it could be subject to change. We could sign a few more players. But currently, as it is, I think it's going to be 5th, man. Last season, I think I said it was going to finish 4th. Something like that.
I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, I knew it was something.
I don't
like
think
that.
You would have had you outside of the top 4.
I think
probably would have said, but yeah.
Yeah. I think 5th this year. I'm seeing the same problems, same issues. My problem is midfield. Most people's problem is centre-back and defence, but I've always maintained that until we get that protection, because centre-backs can look better with a good midfielder, as Gabriel shows a lot.
Declan Rice
holding his hand, bro. Like, Saliba, I'll give it to you, but Gabriel, we see how he plays for Brazil. He gets moved to because he ain't got that protection.
So, I firmly disagree. Like, you can have a bad game. You can have a bad game. You can't use that.
Plural. But I think I will never be. I'll never feel safe with this team. I'll never be satisfied until we get even just a half decent DM that can give me confidence that we'll win battles in midfield. We're too easy to play against. Yeah. And I'm just not going to have that confidence, man.
So who wins the Premier League for you guys?
As things stand. Why are you smiling?
No, I was just asking.
It's got to be Arsenal, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
You covered your mouth when you said that. Say it
again. No, I think... based on the status of all the other top 6 teams...
Yeah.
You lot have the longest serving manager is it in the league, bro? It might even be in the league.
I'm the best manager.
I don't know about that.
Debatable, but
yeah, it's debatable, bro.
So who would be better than him in the Premier League today?
Why is your manager the best manager?
Because I just think he's the best manager.
No, okay.
He's competed at the top level most consistently out of all the managers that's left in the Premier League.
Yes, but so he's had the opportunity to do that and he's done it.
Yeah.
Not all the managers who are currently in the league.
Year, right?
In his 7th year.
Not all the managers
currently in the league.
Top 2 4 other times. He's a current Premier League champion.
Not all the managers in the league have had the opportunity to do that. So that's why I can't say he's the best manager.
No, but that doesn't make sense. That's like me saying that, okay, Jeremy Jacko hasn't had the opportunity to play as long as...
I asked Koff, who's our best centre-back? And he said, I can't remember who you said, but my thing is that you can't actually say who, other than VVD, who our best centre-back is because you haven't seen them play.
You say that, yeah.
So my thing is that I can't say, from what I've seen with Iraola, could Arteta do that at Bournemouth? I don't know that. But you're talking about what Arteta's achieved playing at a top club at the top.
There was once upon a time Arsenal was moving like the Bournemouth we saw at Iraola.
With different resources, different stadium. It's not possible. You can't compare the two, bro.
I can because I've seen it.
You can try it, but it's not logical.
I've seen Mikel Arteta take Arsenal from 14th. That's when he took over to Premier League champions. So,
when you were 14th, should you have been 14th as a club?
Yes.
No, you shouldn't have.
We should have been.
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
You're lying.
No, I'm not lying.
You're lying.
No, I'm not lying.
When Eddie Howe took over,
we were playing with Mustafi in our.
So what, bro?
You should never have been 14th.
You know that.
We should have been.
You underachieved.
We should have been.
You are underachieving as a club.
We didn't finish 14th. We finished 8th.
You are underachieving as a club.
Because Mikel Arteta took us from 14th.
Strasbourg, you're underachieving as a club.
Were we underachieving as a
As
club?
an institution, you were underachieving.
No, that's Arsenal though.
No,
You'd argue the same for Manchester United. Shouldn't be
Okay, let me
where
ask you a
they
question.
where they
Where
are.
did
Of
Arsenal
course,
finish the season before?
because Arsenal are a big club. But in terms of where the performance that Arsenal was putting out week in, week out, Arsenal deserved to be exactly where
Where
they
did
were.
Arsenal finish
We
the
were
season
terrible.
before?
We
Where
were a
did you
terrible
finish the
football
season
club.
before with Mustafi in your team?
Where did we finish the season before when we finished 14th? That was,
When you were
that was the
14th.
Unai Emery. I think we finished 5th.
All right, so 14th is clearly not where you deserve to be as a team with Mustafi, right?
Unai Emery ended up being relieved from his duties. We deserve to be exactly where we are. Nothing's by accident. It's like Liverpool deserve to be 5th. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so we deserve to be where we are, and I'm not gonna use what you're saying.
I think deserve is the wrong term. I think if a team finishes, like you said, 5th, was it?
No, because we finished 8th in that season anyway.
No,
but
the
what I'm
season
trying to say
before,
is,
sorry,
at the
the
point
season
when
before.
Arteta took over,
So I'm just saying the season before, because you mentioned Mustafi as is a player that deserves to be in that position as an example. So if you finish in a certain position with Mustafi and then the next season you're lower, it shows that you're capable of at least finishing in that same position with Mustafi.
no, because obviously with the same manager, with those same players, we were on a free fall. So Unai Emery ends up being relieved from duties. We bring in Ljungberg. We continue free falling. Then Arteta takes that team and he's built a team up until Premier League champions. And in building that team, he's been very developmental in terms of the way he's developing the
With
squad.
a team with budget, right?
No. But to be fair, when you say with a team with budget, I don't know what that's got to do with the price of fish.
Because I compared him to a Bournemouth manager
but
that has taken them from the bottom to a higher level.
Arteta has taken Arsenal from where Arsenal were.
For free.
It doesn't matter when you say for free.
Because
with what players? We were taking players like Willian.
And then you were getting rid of them and replacing them with better players.
Exactly. No, and then you know who actually helped build Arsenal? It was the Emil Smith-Rowe. It was the Bukayo Sakas. What we saying here? Arteta's coaching got Arsenal to where we are. When Arsenal got to a position where we were now starting to get a bit more success on the pitch, and therefore our revenues increased, we were able to demand better players. And then we got Gabriel Jesus.
They'll always be higher than Bournemouth.
Whether it's higher than Bournemouth or
Do
not.
you understand what my point is?
Yeah, your point is you're saying that Areola has done what he's done with Bournemouth from one season.
What do you mean, not for one season? What do you mean?
So when were you looking at Areola? Where
were Bournemouth when Areola got there? Got to the team?
You'd have to tell me. I don't.
So my point
I don't
is
know, but I'm saying that what are you comparing to Mikel Arteta? What is Areola?
My comparison is the same.
What are you comparing of Areola to Arteta? Other than the fact that he beat him last season once.
My comparison is obviously it's the same criticism I used to have for Pep Guardiola in terms of when people were saying managers are this and managers are that. I know, for example, Jose Mourinho won the Champions League with Porto. Pep Guardiola's not doing that with any teams.
But you can't confidently say that about Arteta because you've seen Arteta develop a squad. You've seen him. You've seen it happen.
Yeah, with money, bruv. With money that Bournemouth doesn't have.
Every Premier League team has got money. So that's
not the case.
Of course that's the case.
It's not the case.
The Premier League is the most paid league in the world. Like everyone's got money, bro.
Right,
everyone's got money there.
But not everyone can spend money. And Bournemouth doesn't generate money like that. We know that, you know that, I know that. I don't even know. There's no
no, because you're talking about Arsenal now. You see, if we're talking about Arsenal now, the Arsenal that's, whether we were used or not, that throwing our hat in the ring for Vinicius Junior with an actual realistic
I'm not talking
prospects
about
of getting
Arsenal.
it.
I'm not dumb, bro. You're taking me for an idiot, bro.
I'm not taking you for an idiot. I'm taking you for what you're saying to me.
No, okay, what I'm saying to you is that the Arsenal that you're talking about when Arteta joined them is always had the access to finance that the Bournemouth has never ever had.
Okay, and what's that got to do with what we're talking about?
It's apples and oranges.
Because I'm saying, because remember my
thing is basically saying, how do you know that Arteta's the best when Areola's not had the same provisions as him?
Bro, I know Arteta's the best because Arteta's the Premier League winning champion as we stand today.
No,
but Arteta,
he won the league in a year, by the way.
Remember, Arteta has built a team from 14th, this is what I started with, up until being a Premier League champions, whereby you man, not me, have said you expect Arsenal to win it again this season. That means he's not just won it and done it by fluke. He's actually built a machine whereby you can see it being sustained. that to me suggests a good manager.
Yeah,
So if I turn
no,
around
we
and
never
say
said
he's
good
the best
manager,
manager in the
say-
Premier
I
League,
didn't say
if I
best
turn
manager.
around- if I turn around-
You didn't ask me why I thought Arsenal was going to win it though.
Yeah,
Why do
exactly,
you
bro.
think
You didn't
Arsenal's
ask.
gonna win it?
I think Arsenal's going to win it is because you're in the best position. You've had your squad together for a certain amount of time, as opposed to your rivals who are all in a building phase,
All in a transition.
all in a transition. Every single
David
single
Moyes
one of
has
them.
had his squad for a particular time.
But David Moyes,
Who's David Moyes, though?
we know
Yeah, but-
Arteta's a good manager. We don't think David Moyes is a good manager.
Okay, but I'm just saying, I feel like
Who's
that's a
David
bit of a
Moyes? No,
cop-out.
it's not a cop
How,
out because
bro?
David Moyes.
Just say that
Hold
without
on,
no
it's not-
justification.
not-
No,
cop-out.
because you
It's not a
can't just
cop-out.
say anyone has had their squad for a
No, it's
particular
not
amount
a
of time
cop-out.
or in a
A
better
good
position.
manager.
The reason why it's not a
Good
cop out
manager.
is because David Moyes isn't competing for the Premier League. That's simple. David Moyes isn't managing one of the best teams in the Premier League. When we talk about the top six, the best clubs in the Premier League, Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, and maybe Tottenham. We're talking about those clubs there. Those clubs who are Arsenal's rivals for trophies are all in a transition, whereas Arsenal's had their manager the longest. They've got a set squad. Their players have played together for a certain amount of time, as opposed to Liverpool, who are kind of in a mess right now. Man City's just had a new manager. They're in a building phase. Chelsea are in a build. They've got a new manager as well.
Man
They're
City's
in a building phase. Yeah, I
You
mean,
have to if
they've
you've
got a new manager, bro.
You have to, bro.
They're going to lose Rodri. They've got Buwadi coming in. They're losing players, and they lost Bernardo Silva. They lost their midfield, who battered you last season. So they're in the transition phase.
Battered you last season.
They battered you as well.
They battered you.
They moved to you as
Manchester
well, though.
City has never battered Arsenal.
They do.
No.
Okay, let's all agree that they moved to all of us.
They didn't move to me.
They moved to
They
you,
did not
bro.
move to my club.
to you.
They moved to your
They
club.
moved to
They
you.
moved to your club. They did not move to my club.
You was on the plane.
I was in the hospital trying to see if my baby was alright. You don't know how angry I was, and I had this full call of me.
I remember,
You don't know that.
I never forget.
You don't know that my baby's a jot.
I never forget, bro.
I don't know if my baby's gonna make it. This guy's talking to me about football.
Never forget, bro. I was killing this guy's line off from Dubai. You know how hard it is to call people from England from Dubai, bro? To change your VPN and everything, bro. I was making sure. But what I'm saying is that you're in the best position because you've got
100%.
everything set for you to win it. Now, if we're talking about ability, if we can go player for player, like Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and that, we've got players that can match your players.
Right.
But we haven't necessarily got a
I
set
disagree,
squad.
but fair enough.
We can. We can
Come on,
go.
what do you mean?
We can go player
You haven't
for
got any
player.
players
You
that
go
can match
play-
your players.
Who has?
Liverpool.
What?
You heard me.
It's not even just Liverpool. I was
Yeah,
talking,
man,
I was talking
like,
about rivals.
You don't think we have any players that can match your
I
players?
was just talking about rivals.
Nah, he
by
was
the
talking about Liverpool though.
Alright, so who?
No,
I mean,
you.
Yeah, like, I was thinking he though. Who matches
Okay,
us?
so you.
Who matches us?
Okay, so.
So
No,
wait,
wait.
I'm gonna say that. I'll let you do it.
Okay, see?
Victor Gyökeres.
Oh.
Do it. Say it.
Say
Wow.
it, bruv. Say it, bruv.
Say it,
On wax.
say it, say it.
On wax.
Yokeres might look ugly
Say it on
when
wax,
he's
bruv.
playing
Just
football.
say it on
But what are we
wax.
talking?
Don't try and sugarcoat it,
Bro,
bro.
just say it on wax, please.
Yokeres
Both
will...
of our strikers are better than your
Say it on wax, bruv.
Hold on,
Easy.
but you said match our players.
No. Better. I think they're better. Let match.
Match or better, bro.
Yeah. What?
You know
what
we're
we mean.
talking goals
Bro,
and
you're,
assists.
you're dancing around the point, bro.
Everything.
Say the
Whatever
names.
category,
I
bro.
think Yokeres is better for goals. For goals. For goals.
No.
I said for goals.
I said for everything. For everything. Whole package, bro.
I think Isak's better than Yokeres' whole
Alright,
package.
so then that you agree then?
No, but I don't think he's better.
And
I don't
Nketiah.
What do you mean,
think
bro?
he's better for goals though. And I only need Yokeres for goals.
Makes sense.
okay,
That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense. That don't even make
When Koff said
that
it,
don't
he
even
didn't
make-
say goals, bro.
That don't even make
He
sense.
said
That
match
don't
your
make
players
sense.
or better,
All right,
whatever.
cool. Isak.
What do you mean, Isak?
That's it.
Okay, cool. All right.
I don't think there's anyone else.
But it doesn't matter, bro. The
I don't
point
think
is that
there's
we've got
anyone else.
players that can match us. There's definitely a better
Odegaard over works for me.
Huh?
No, not for me.
Yeah,
Not for me. Not for me. Not for me. Odegaard's been stinking out Arsenal's for
Right.
the last 2 years. If Wirtz was doing what Odegaard was doing for the last 2 years, he would be even criticised even more, bro. For the last 2 years. So let's not do that. I'm picking Wirtz over Odegaard all day. I'm picking Wirtz over Odegaard.
I think
Fruitfog is better than Fruitfog is better than Madrid team, bro.
But Weke, get out of here, man.
Madueke had a better season than Salah just last year.
I don't even know if that's true.
Anyway.
I don't think that's true. You're actually lying, bro. And Salah stank, bro. And you're
But
lying,
in terms
bro.
of not in goals and assists, no.
Bro, in terms of everything, bro.
But-
Madueke stinks outside of
Madueke
goals and
stinks,
assists,
man.
bro.
No, come on, that's not.
He stinks outside of goals and assists.
Madueke is one of the most threatening wingers
He
in the Premier
stinks
League.
outside of goals and assists, bro.
man. You know he stinks.
Outside of goals and assists.
You know he stinks.
And then he only gets 3 or 4 of those, bro. So he stinks in general.
You know he stinks. I know when this guy's on the ball, you're kissing
the hill. I'm dying.
I know, bro, yeah.
But all I'm saying is...
You say retreat.
I'm not retreating. I'm just saying... I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to corner me.
You said it, bro. You said Salah, bro. I didn't... Like, he who runs where he lives to fight another day, bro.
Yeah, man. I just think you're in the best position.
So you don't think it's anything to do with the fact that we've got... Why are we in the best position then?
You have a good manager on top of that. You have a very good manager on top of that. That's a fact.
Yeah,
man. You've got your team.
The question was, is he the best in the league? I can't say yes, he is.
I personally think he is.
Yeah, you can say that.
Because before it was Pep to me, and then it was Arteta, and then it was Unai Emery. So now I think it's Arteta.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Unai Emery. Oh, actually, I'll probably put Xabi Alonso and then Unai
Why
Emery.
Xabi?
Because I've always liked Xabi.
Yeah, but Xabi hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything.
No, but he's done something in Germany which I rank.
What Xabi Alonso has done in Germany, if we add tax to it, Iraola's above him, bruv. If we had the tax to it, bro.
That's a cool,
I'm telling you, bro.
That's a cool story.
Because right now we're 75% tax, bro.
That's a cool story.
I mean, a trophy's a trophy, bro.
All I've seen from Iriola so far...
75% tax, bro. I'm taxing everything at 75% right now.
Well, Iriola just... Obviously, he's trying to work his squad. I
don't even think he's that great a manager, by the way.
He might be.
Yeah, he might be.
I'm not saying he's not. He might be, but, pre-season, I know you guys probably don't take as much stock from it as I do, but, I think going 2-0 up and each time and keep losing the game, I think there's something to be said about the mentality of that squad. Whether you're swapping players around or what have you, I think there's performance issues there. I think it's something that that needs to be considered, and it'll be interesting to see how he navigates that in the Prem when you've got a full squad. So. Like I said, Iriola, I think he's a dope manager, but I think it's way too premature to be even putting him up to the next to guys like Arteta.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have the minimum qualifications, if we're going to be honest.
Yeah.
But in terms of the type of football he plays and what he's done in terms of taking a club from X to Y.
Yeah. All right, look, we got because we are ran out of time. I need to push you guys for quick Premier League predictions.
Yeah, about Arsenal though, bro, man. But go on.
I know, but we did somewhat hear about Arsenal. I mean, what do you want me to say? Because you know where I'm at. I'm happy in it. Bruno G's at the club. I think we got the best midfield now in the Premier League. I think we got
Bruno,
Marino, Miles Lewis-Skelly, Declan Rice, Odegaard, Eze.
Can I hear you? Can I hear you say on your pod that can we quash this Zubamendi thing now? Because
you see how you
I like Zuba.
You see how you spoke about Wirtz and you said that he didn't have the dog in him. I think towards the end of the season, Zubimendi lost that dog in him, so to speak. I feel like
rightfully so. It's your first time in the Premier League, bro. You're gonna gas out.
I think he had a lot to contend with because Cuff doesn't rate Zubimendi for some reason. But
I don't rate him, but I think at the beginning of the season, Arsenal fans were saying like we finally found the guy.
But he was playing,
and I maintain that I still think Partey's better than Zubamendi.
Oh yeah. I think that.
I thought that too, but and I had other fans say what you're saying, Cuff.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Zubamendi he contributed and he did what he needed to do. Like he was getting us out of sticky situations. He was recycling the ball well. Goals. He was scoring goals. He was tenacious. He was kind of like the way he was closing down players. I think it was underrated. But then as the season progressed, he got a little bit more tired and we started seeing a bit of lapses in concentration. Yeah. And he did become a bit of a scapegoat at times. But I think to write off his whole season.
I'm not writing off his whole season. I'm definitely not writing off his whole season. I don't think he's a bad player. I just think that, you guys said that he was the answer. Well, he's clearly not because we
went on. No, but the thing is,
Bruno.
But this is the thing. This is why I rate Arsenal's squad building, and it's not just this year isolated.
No,
we have been building a squad that has got the depth to compete at the top level in every competition, season upon season upon season. And I just think Bruno G is just further testament to that. Like, taking Newcastle's captain, adding him to our team. We've seen what happened when Rodri had all that those games and all that pressure mounted on him. the same could have happened to Declan Rice. But now we actually can say we can rotate our team and give a man a rest and still be.
You could have done that last season though. I think like Norgard didn't play any games. Yeah. Like obviously, I don't know if Norgard could have been good in your team because he didn't get a chance.
Yeah, but the thing is, all we know is he didn't get that chance, so the gaffer didn't trust him. But we know that Bruno G will get that chance, and we've seen him.
And this is why I said last season, the number one reason why I said that you lot were going to win the league last season is not just because of the players you bought, it's because of the players you kept. You made a squad, and you got to the Champions League final. Thank God you lost. And you were there's one point where you were competing for 4 trophies, and it was very reminiscent of when we was doing it. And the relation between that is that at that time, I remember our squad was stacked at that point. We bought Thiago, we had Fabinho there, we had Henderson there. I don't know if Ronaldo was there at the time, but we had a stacked midfield. Our wingers, we had Diaz, Darwin, Salah, Jota. It was stacked. Like and that was a
depth. Depth is the answer to a 100%. Lot of conundrums, and I think that that's what Iriola was kind of alluding to.
But you're saying like we don't have players that can run for currently our team can only run for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that was the most I had faith in. You know, like we still haven't replaced Matip.
No,
what's Matip?
No.
We still haven't replaced, and that around that time we had Matip, we had Joe Gomez, we had Konate, we had Virgil.
When one was going down, the other was coming straight in. No,
that was
drop
the time
in quality.
I felt safest as a Liverpool fan, and you know that quadruple season, I didn't think we was going to win the quadruple. I did think we was going to win either the Champions League or the Premier League. But at that time, I thought we had arguably the best squad in the league. And that's why that's why I thought Arsenal was going to win it. It's because of the players that they kept. And yeah, man, that's about it. And you've done it again this season. I mean, you lost Trossard. And one thing I can rate about Arsenal's business is that as soon as they lost a player, they brought a player in. They done it last season with Havertz. When they found out that he weren't going to be available until January, the next day they brought in Eze. Like they just acted fast.
I do agree with you there. I want to press you for this thing, because we do need to wrap it up. I've been asking all the guests for a hot take for this season. Like, it doesn't have to be controversial, it doesn't have to be outrageous, but it's just got to be something that you might have been thinking, but you ain't been brave enough, or you've been a bit cautious to say out loud. What's your hot like? For me, I said I think Liverpool ain't going to finish in the top 6. And I also said, I reckon Arsenal could win the Champions League. That was my take. So just as an example. So what would be yours? Doesn't have to be about your club. It can be anything to do with the Prem.
Can you come back to me?
We got to wrap it up.
Boy, man.
Just tell them what you've been telling us, bro.
No, I'm joking. I'm trying to think. The Liverpool thing's it's kind of obvious.
If you really can't think of one, just give me your top 4 Premier League predictions.
I'll give you one. Xavi Alonso or Maresca to get sacked by the end of the season.
Jeez.
One of them.
I said Maresca is going to get sacked by January.
One of them.
I said Maresca.
One of them. I can't give you 2. I don't know out of the 2, but one of them's not going to do well.
Yeah.
Say nothing, man. On that note, let's wrap this one up.
That's sobering.
Sobering. That's a good one.
Yeah,
still.
That's a top one.
I know you're thinking about this, man, because those comments might come for you, buddy.
Let me ask you a question quickly. What's happening with Nwaneri? And I've asked a few Arsenal players this because
I think we need to keep that guy.
Yeah, but the thing is,
we have to wrap it up. Though.
Yeah, no.
We have to wrap it up.
All right, cool. I'll ask you outside the thing.
But I will just say, I think we need to keep that guy. I know we're stacked, but even the pre-season game that I think we just lost the Emirates Cup. When he came on, the way he was marshalling that midfield, I think we need to keep that guy. If we loan him out for some development, maybe, but do not sell Nwaneri. That's Arsenal. Don't sell that guy.
What about sell and buy back?
My experience with that isn't positive.
Yeah, they rarely come back.
With Fabregas, we let him go to Chelsea.
So where is he on the pecking order though? You got if Saka's first, Madueke's probably second. Dauman's probably third. Is he fourth or is he higher than Dauman?
I would say
more than Dauman.
He's done more than Dauman, but that's a layered convo. But if you're depending on when you're flying back out, bro.
I'll be interested.
Come back and we top it up, man.
Yeah.
But look, man, it's been your boy Strives. This has been our guest Cuff. It's always a pleasure, my boy.
Yeah.
It's been your boy Joey Nomadic. And together, we've been the podcast Pundits, and we'll be back same time, same place next week. We're out. Peace.